Hi, and welcome to the 10 square meter workshop. I first became aware of these things a couple of weeks back. What is it? It's a specialised screwdriver designed for taking the iron off the chip breaker on a plane. Using an ordinary screwdriver is a bit clumsy. Do I need one? Probably not. Do I want one? Heck yes. Would I buy one at 30 to 60 pounds a throw? Not a chance. Can I make one? You bet. So let's get started. Starting point is this small piece of 60mm steel bar. Exactly the size I need. Saves a bit of turning. Mounted vertically in the mill, the first job is to machine it flat and level. With that done, I can start producing the screwdriver bit. First taking a 2mm slot at one side and then the other, leaving a 1.5mm wide tang in the middle. It's then into the lathe to turn down the other end. After facing off, I turned it down to 14mm. It's then back in the mill in a square collet block to machine flats on the mounting tang. 3mm removed from this side. Now I'll flip it over and take the same off the other side. And that's the first part made. The second of the three parts needed is a simple brass turning. This piece of 19mm brass already has a hole in the end of about 11mm from a previous project. I need to open that out, firstly to 14mm. The dimensions are critical, so I simply drilled it. I bored it out using a bore gauge as reference, but the true test is, will the tang of the screwdriver part slide smoothly inside it? And yep, that's about the right size. I now need to bore it out to 16mm for a depth of 14. With this done, the screwdriver part is a friction fit inside the tube. A light pass on the outside to clean it up, and it can be turned off. The brass collar fits over the screwdriver part from the rear and forms a shroud. The last part is the wooden handle. I bandsawed out this piece of walnut for a piece of scrap. Now I should of course turn this into a wood lathe, but my wood lathe is at the nearest men's shed and I'm a bit impatient. So I put a coach bolt in and sawed the head off and mounted it in my metal lathe. This is fine, but you've got to make sure you clean up well afterwards. Wood shavings are not good for a lathe from a rust point of view. I spared myself the embarrassment of you watching me turning the handle. Not a pretty sight, but it hasn't turned out too badly. I can now put this in the mill, protected by masking tape, and produce an 8mm by 14mm slot using a plunge router. I can take quite aggressive cuts with only being wood. 2mm one way, leave the other. And here it is completed. Of course the end of the tang isn't quite the same shape, so I shall do a bit of filing. This does not have to be very precise, and I've left it in a rough finish to help with the grip. Using a bit of rod that bridges the blade, and with some protection for the handle, I can now squeeze it home. And that means it's finished, bar a few more coats of Danish oil. Turns out it's also useful for tightening my honing guide. So, all in all, I'm very pleased I made this. I'm sure it'll turn out to be useful. Well, that's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Why not subscribe for more? See you again. Bye for now.